I've been using Android for about a year and a half now, and in that time I found a bunch of apps that not many people know about that are actually pretty damn good. So today I bring you a list of 6 of those apps that I put on nearly every Android phone that finds its way into my pocket. Let's begin. So I want to start this video off by saying every single one of these apps on this list is free of charge. You can put them on whatever you want and you don't have to pay a dime. So without further ado, let's hop into the first one. The first one is called PowerLine, and this is more of a aesthetic kind of app. It adds a bar across the top of your phone that you can customize the color, the gradient, the shape. You can account for a notch, and you can set this so it correlates to your battery percentage. So if you have 50% of your battery left, it will show half of the line full. And when it's charging, it has this nice little like expand and contract animation, which I'll probably have showing on screen here. It's pretty cool. It was actually one of probably the first 20 apps that I put on my original Android phone, which was the essential phone that I'm showing here. And I just ended up thinking it was so cool that I put it on pretty much every phone that I've used in the past year and a half, which is kind of a lot, which is like kind of getting close to 5 dozen. And it's just a nice little colorful visual indicator of your battery percentage. Now the second app on this list is very similar to PowerLine, called Energy Ring. This basically does more or less the same thing, but for phones with the hole punch cutouts. So like the S10, S20, Pixel 5, Galaxy A52, those kinds of phones with like the Infinity O display. It's basically the same thing. You get a little circle around your camera cutout. You have 1 ring, 2 rings, or like the little pill cutout from the S10 Plus. And again, you can change the color. You can make it a gradient. You can set different colors for different battery percentages. You can move it to wherever you want. Make it as big or as small as you want. And again, it's just a nice quick little visual indicator to know what your battery percentage is at. Also, when you plug it in and it's charging, the ring kind of spins. I think that's pretty cool. Alrighty, third app on the list is called Versus. And this is kind of like a jack of all trades comparison app. So you can compare damn near anything to anything else that you can probably think of. You want to compare A52 versus A51, or iPhone 12 Pro versus iPhone 12, or MacBook Air versus, I don't know, Surface Go. It's not even restricted to computers and phones. You want to compare an Audi A8 to a Subaru Forester. You can do that. There's a lot of things that you can compare, and you can compare, I think, up to like 8 things at once. So that's a lot of numbers to look at all at once. Again, it's free, and it's been pretty helpful, at least for me, over the past year and a half. So definitely recommend it. App number 4 on the list is called Almighty Volume Keys. And what this one does is it will turn your volume keys, or your volume rocker, depending on how they're configured, into a series of hotkeys. So the one that I prominently use on most of my things is I do volume up and down. It turns on the flashlight. I don't even know what just fell down. I don't like that. But if I do it again, volume up, down, shuts it off. Another one I have is if I do down, up, it turns on and off do not disturb. And you can go into super fine detail with this. You can do like volume up, up, down, down, up, down, down, up. I haven't even scratched the surface of what this app can do. So if you're into like macros on your PC, this is basically what this is for your Android phone. So I haven't used anywhere near its full potential. It's just nice to have volume up, down, and it turns on the flashlight. Not quite as elegant as Motorola's Chop Chop for flashlight, but it's pretty close. App number 5 is an app that I found a couple months back, and it became a staple on every phone that I own that runs Android immediately after I found it. It's called Blockada. Blockada. And as you may be able to tell from the name, it's an ad blocker. But it's really, really good. Like, it's not just like a web-based ad blocker, like it blocks everything. Even some games that have like ads hard-coded into them that run offline, they don't show up with this thing on. Chrome, Firefox, Samsung Internet, Opera, Puffin, whatever you use, even some apps like the one I'm not supposed to talk about, Part of the Ship, Part of the Crew. Games, like games that, you know, pester you to watch 3 ads before you can play it, you just start playing it. And you can add whitelists, so that way if, you know, you want to have ads run on YouTube to support creators, YouTube will run ads. If you want to ignore a certain domain that's a douche and requires you to turn off ad blocker to even look at it, you can do that. Don't do that though. Don't ever make websites like that. And it blocks ads, blocks trackers, blocks unwanted cookies, all the kinds of things that slow your phone down and make it run really hot. This thing just says no to. It's free, love it. It's probably the second app that I install on all my phones, first being LastPass, but it's a very good app. I highly recommend you check it out. I'm not sponsored. If they want to sponsor me, that'd be really cool. But yeah, this is a necessity for me. And finally, rounding out the list at number 6 is AfterShip. This is a package tracker. It's kind of like deliveries or, you know, like the UPS app or whatever. You put tracking numbers for literally any package courier. It will find it and it will track it every step of the way, from the warehouse to the distribution facilities to everything. It gives you a nice little map. It tells you when it's supposed to show up. And if you connect your Gmail account to it, it'll automatically pull any items you order that have a tracking number that are sent to your Gmail. It'll just automatically grab those and put them in. You just smack a name on it and you're all ready to go. It's also cross-platform. It works on Android and iOS. So, you know, as someone that orders a lot of stuff for the channel, I like to know where it is. I used to use deliveries for iOS, and then they like started forcing you to pay to use it. And I looked up, you know, the best free package tracker for iOS, and it just also happens to work with Android. So it's definitely a 10 out of 10 recommendation from me. I hope you guys enjoyed. If you did, be sure to leave a like, subscribe, tell me apps that you use that people may and may not know about. I don't want to see, you know, Google Drive. Everyone knows about that, but like lesser known things. Let me know in the comments below, and I'll see you guys in the next video.